I share what I'm listening to and my thoughts on music and the business daily for free at helloyassine.com. What's poppin', y'all? I really used to pray for times like this because Lil Tjay has just been banned from Madison Square Garden properties. Now, this includes Madison Square Garden in New York City, the theater at Madison Square Garden, Radio City Music Hall, and the Beacon Theater, and the Chicago Theater. So all of those places, all those properties, Lil Tjay is banned from. Now, does that mean he can't perform there either? I think that's what it means, although I'm not quite sure, but let's keep it real. When the hell was Lil Tjay ever going to perform at Madison Square Garden or even Radio City Music Hall? That's like several thousand people. They're not showing up for Lil Tjay. But on the backs of an embarrassing incident at Plaqueboy Max's stream, if you guys recall, he was at Plaqueboy Max's stream, him and Fabio Foreign demanded that they smoke. He was acting like a diva, and people tried their best to say, well, no, like Lil Tjay, he was talked to like this, and this was passive aggressive, and like he needs to know where Lil Tjay's from. Well, you know who doesn't care where Lil Tjay's from? MSG. Shout out to them. So he pulls up to Madison Square Garden for a boxing event, and I'm just gonna play you guys the clip.
I had to show up for my son, man. Keyshawn Jr. Man, he was in the crowd watching me, man. I had to show up for my boy, you know what I'm saying? He's just being a lot to me right now. I wish he could be in the ring with me so I could be holding him, man. When he look back at this day, man, he'll be proud of his father.
All week, we're pulling at this belt. I knew it was going to be.
So as you can clearly see, Lil Tjay tried to get ringside without proper credentials. And then security was probably like, yo, what are you doing? What are you doing? You can't be over here. And Lil Tjay was probably like, do you not know who I am? No, they don't know who you are. We barely know who you are. The only reason we remember who you are is because they keep on showing us, or you keep on demonstrating to us, that you don't know how to behave in public. And this is a thing. Like, Lil Tjay was quite secluded for a couple of years, just doing his own thing, making music, chilling in the crib, especially after he had moved out of New York. And he thought he was still lit. Well, he got, especially after the shooting, and we all felt bad for him. We wanted Lil Tjay to win after that situation. But he fumbled it, dropping one of the worst 50 Cent remixes of all time. And then he got arrested last April, and then he missed a court date from a warrant. It's ridiculous, man. But the situation was that he spit on the security guard. So he's probably hitting him with, do you not know who I am? I'm Lil Tjay. And the security guard is like, huh? Listen, man, I'm just trying to do my job. And this disgusts me beyond belief. Number one, I don't know if this is going to be a controversial take, but I don't care. If someone spits on somebody else, they deserve to be executed. So if like Lil Tjay spits on somebody and somebody pulls out the hammer, lays him down right there, sends him up to God, I'm not feeling an ounce of sympathy whatsoever. Spitting is worse than slapping. It's worse than punching. It's worse than, hell, honestly, it's worse than stabbing. In terms of a respect standpoint, like spitting on somebody, especially in somebody's face, with the level of gall that you have to do something like that, you don't deserve to be on this earth with us anymore. Now, I'm not saying I want Lil Tjay to die. Of course not. But what I'm saying is if I was the security guard and Lil Tjay spit on me, that's what I would wish for him. It's just the most disgusting, vile thing you can do to another human being, especially another man. And it just goes to show that the problem is Lil Tjay. There's this notion that people want to make excuses for rappers. No, like Lil Tjay was in the environment with Plaqueboy Max. Well, you take Lil Tjay and you seem to put him in any environment and he finds trouble. Like you say, man, you're trying to tell me don't smoke like you my mama or something? Well, you clearly didn't listen to your mama while you were a kid because Lil Tjay grew up in the hood. Where did he go? Jail. Okay. He got out the hood. Where did he go? Well, he gets shot up, but he's also involved in crime again. He gets arrested. Okay, so you take him out the hood, he's still doing crime. He goes to Plaqueboy Max's stream, an Airbnb that is not even his. He smokes. He gets asked like, hey, these are the rules in my place. We don't want to ruin the environment that we've got going on here. He doesn't behave there either. He doesn't. So, and then you take him to Madison Square Garden at a boxing event and he doesn't know how to behave there either. So is Lil Tjay the problem, or is the problem every single place where he's been his entire life? Like you got the hood, you got property, you've got an apartment or a home that someone else was renting on stream. Lil Tjay seems to just not know how to behave anywhere. So clearly Lil Tjay is the problem. And if you're still defending him at this point, honestly, you're just a moron. Please don't watch me if you're still defending this fool. I don't care where he came from. Wherever you come, if he was in jail, like he said, oh, you don't know, I've been in jail. I guarantee Lil TJ wasn't spitting on people there. If you were in jail, you learn not to spit on people. So the fact that Lil TJ is spitting on people, and this is the thing, like Polo G was throwing tantrums. Granted, I will give Polo G more bail because Polo G was arrested. It was his birthday. He was drunk. He was saying some wild, disrespectful stuff to the officer, but you're arrested. It's just a big frustration at that point. Lil TJ wasn't arrested. Lil TJ just wasn't allowed to go into a section that he wasn't supposed to be in, that he felt entitled to for what he did in his career several years ago. Calling my name is the last thing. You look up the article, they refer to him as the calling my name rapper. And MSG put out a report saying our policy is that patrons that engage in confrontational and disruptive behavior will be escorted out and banned from all MSG properties. But this is the bubble that people like Lil TJ get trapped in. Lil TJ was probably not aware that his music was, for a moment in time, his label was doing a lot of work for him. I think he still might be on Columbia, though. Because I remember he was at the offices when he was promoting the merchandise, which, did anybody buy that? I sincerely hope not. For this situation, the no smoking merchandise. And this is a tantrum that only rappers are allowed to throw. Somebody will defend this. They'll be like, nah, they weren't respecting Lil TJ's peoples, so he spit on them. He spit on them, really. And this is the thing, too. How is he defending somebody by spitting on somebody else? At least if Lil TJ went in there and started throwing hands with the security guard, I would say this guy's still a fool. But I wouldn't have as extreme of a reaction as I would have for him spitting on somebody. Just the fact to even be able to do something like that shows you are scum of the earth. And you think you're above every single rule and every single person around you. So it's a good thing Lil TJ got humbled because nobody's spinning his records anymore. The streamers are more lit than him. He was facing a lot of backlash, and that just goes to show you the level of ego Lil TJ has, which is a lot of New York people got this ego, which is somewhat of a good thing because you need to be able to have an ego to get past the amount of hate and criticism and jokes that get levied your way as a rapper. Like, you guys remember the Piano G thing with Polo G? You gotta thug through that. The people aren't talking about that aspect of Polo G anymore. Could it be because they're not really listening to his music? That's a possibility. But for Lil TJ, he didn't really experience that level of hate musically. He had the opportunity to turn his life around. And you would think that somebody would change at least the tiniest bit in the way that they look at other people after they had been pelleted with bullets. But somehow that didn't happen. It's like Lil TJ, I wouldn't even say he got worse, but it's like, oh, the situation happened. He healed from it, and he just kept going like nothing ever happened. And now he's facing the repercussions. So hopefully he gets banned from more venues. It's not like he's going to go on tour or anything. Nah, I'm joking. Lil TJ could go on a tour. I would say Lil TJ with Polo G. Have these guys ever gone on a tour? Actually, that's a topic for another video. I'm just going to cut this one right here. Go to helloyassine.com. I may give more of my thoughts on that. But let me know what you guys think in the comments. Especially, let me know what you think of my spitting take. I really would like to know what you guys think about that. Like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell if you enjoyed. Follow me on Twitter and Instagram. Go to helloyassine.com. Thank you for watching. Peace.